I swear, New York airports are so much better than the ones in California. It's a motherfucking movie theater inside this. Damn. Alright, so far back in New York. It's a good feeling. JFK is a little hectic as usual. Yeah, man, I'm here. Right now, I'm trying to get to the subway through this place, but then again, I have no idea where I'm going when it comes to JFK. So this is going to be an interesting experience. New York is pretty badass. Compared to SF, this place is just, for some reason, resonates a lot more with me than the Bay Area would. If y'all haven't been out here yet, you're all f***ing up. Where are you from originally?
I am originally from Rochester, New York.
Oh wow, so you're actually a New Yorker born and raised.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Though when people say, like, I'm from New York, they assume the city. It's like, no, upstate, like way, like near Canada.
Oh wow, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So is this like your first time ever hosting this kind of event before? Or?
To this scale, yes. So
Oh,
I
wow.
curated once before. I'm just about to graduate from the Sotheby's Institute of Art, and I took a curating class there. Curated a small show with two artists, with two of my colleagues. But this is the first time doing it all on my own with a lot of really amazing women as artists here.
How long does it take for someone to make this kind of exhibit happen?
Wow, let's see. I have been probably working on this for the past like 6 to 8 months. There's a lot of preliminary things that go into it. First of all, researching, coming up with your curatorial idea, like what do I want to present to the world, what's speaking to me strongly right now, what do I feel like is having a moment in the art world. Textiles really set that for me. So researching that and then determining the artists that you want to bring in and then locating the venue, which that is one of the trickiest parts being in New York, is finding just a space to put the art, especially as a freelance curator. So yeah, it's a long process, but it pays off.
So did all these other artists apply to be part of this exhibit, or did you single-handedly go and search for them?
Yeah, it was a lot of either who knows who. My professor at Sotheby's, Kathy Batista, she put me in touch with a couple of these amazing artists, and then the others I've met through referral from other colleagues, or I've just found on Instagram, things like that. So it's been fun. If I find someone's work, I'm like, oh my gosh, this speaks to me, this is going to be perfect, then I reach out and see how it goes.
Where do you see the future of women's fashion? I think from reading what you guys said in the subversive stitch.
Subversive stitch.
I'm so sorry,
Okay.
subversive, the wine. Subversive stitch. You're saying the world is more dominated in the world of fashion by men. Do you still see that happening?
I'm more so speaking to the art world. So
gotcha.
in the art world, the textile as medium is definitely taking a backseat to, the traditional mediums, painting, sculpture, things like that, which are typically male dominated. When people think about embroidery art or textile art, they assume it's a female. That's the connotation, even in today's society, which, is not necessarily the case anymore. There's so many male textile artists, but because it still has this feminine connotation, it still is notoriously not taken very seriously in the art world. These beautiful tapestries, these pieces that you're going to see here tonight that all have a textile element to them, they're not taken as seriously as, say, an Abex painting, just because historical context and things like that. So the title of the show, Subversive Stitch, is an homage to Rosika Parker and her her book, The Subversive Stitch in the Making of the Feminine, where she looks at embroidery as a domestic, like very private domestic craft that was then elevated into the fine arts, which paved the way for a lot of other craft elements to enter the fine art world. So this show is essentially to say that this work has as much gravity and as much to say as any other male-dominated medium.
All right, so Christina.
Yeah.
You're so nervous. Okay, I love it. How long have you been in the fashion world?
I've probably been in it as long as I can remember. Like when I was probably like 9 years old, I was always drawing clothes. So officially in the fashion industry, I would say like for like 3 or 4 years now. I've been working in it, but like I've loved fashion since I was a little kid.
How is working in fashion industry today differ from when you first started out?
I don't think it's changed very much since when I started, but I would say like my perspective on it's changed. It's definitely a lot more like social media based now for sure. Like I'm taking a fashion studies course that we talk a lot about like the impact of Instagram on the whole culture of fashion, how we sell things in fashion. So definitely like the landscape of just like how you sell things has changed a lot.
For those who don't know what you do, like tell them what you do. Like what's your medium?
Okay.
Like what's your preferred
So
style?
many things. Most of my work is textile work. For the past like 3 or so years, I've worked in like natural dyes as well as like different textile techniques. So like this is all like rug tufted. I've kind of shifted gears a little bit. I like to focus on sustainability, and a lot of that's like manifested within my materials previously. This year I'm focusing more on sustainability in terms of a capsule wardrobe that will last a lifetime, things that you don't have to throw out, and I'm also focusing on accessibility and disability as well.
Is there a difference from fashion and style, or are they one and the same?
Yes. No. I would say yes. I think style reflects your your personality a lot more. It's more of like a personal thing, and you choose your own style, whereas fashion is more trend-based, I guess. You could wear something and call it your own style and have it be completely whack and no one like it, but it's still style, versus like you have to be very trend-based to have something called fashion.
So when you have your own line down the road in the future, who out of all the celebrities right now would you want to see representing your line?
Maggie Rogers.
Maggie Rogers?
Yeah, probably her.
Just one?
I think she's like my ideal because I think
Okay.
she wears like, if you look at her costumes that she wears on stage, they're really like artistic but kind of whack, but I love that.
It works. It works.
Yeah, it
okay.
works for her. That's her personality.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. How do you want women to feel when they're wearing your clothes?
Just comfortable.
Comfortable?
Like I think a lot of the things I choose to wear, whether they're like my own creations or not, it's like I put things on because I feel at home in them. Like if I ever wear something that just doesn't seem like me, it just seems wrong, and I want everyone to feel comfortable in what they're wearing.
Okay. So like what in that going off of that, so what's your favorite part then of being a designer?
There's a lot of things I don't like. It's a highly commercial field, and even the contrast from being in school and working like in the real world is quite stark, because in school you get to just kind of explore what you're interested in and do whatever you want, whereas if you work for an actual fashion company, it's what's gonna sell, what do the buyers want, where are you selling. It's like a lot more analytics. You don't really get a lot of say into what you're creating. Given, let's see, what do I like about being a designer? I like that I get to do creative things all the time. I could never imagine sitting at a desk. I really like couldn't. The fact that I get to wake up every day and like pattern a jacket is kind of incredible. So it's kind of wild that that's my life now, but